Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about BOF, bugout food bag. So, perhaps it's BOFD, whatever. I tried to make it sound good, but it does not work. Well, before we talk about this, if you're interested in survival courses in Belgium, there will be a link to my website called survivaltrainingbelgië.be for survival courses in Belgium, Flanders, and also to my book called Bloody Crosses. So if you're interested, take a look. So, as you can see, this is my regular bugout bag, but I'm carrying an extra bag with this. And like I said, this is a bugout food bag. So, what is this? Well, this is actually just an extra bag with nothing but extra food in it. And there are several reasons why you should where you should have one of these ready, so to say. So, the thing is, I've been thinking, and I'm going to put it down. My bugout bag is for long term, but I've noticed the heavier part of my bugout bag is actually the food. Many people would say, "Well, what do you mean? What do you speak of? Is water not the heaviest part, or are the tools not the heaviest part?" Well, it depends on how you look at it. Because I look at it from the rule of three, like 3 days, 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, so 3 weeks without food. Food is one of the lower priorities for a bugout to get somewhere. But if you really think about it, if you have the right gear with you, you need even less food. For example, if you have a water filter, you can just find water on the road. If you have a way to hunt, like I have an air gun in my bugout bag, I can hunt for some food. I got pots and an iron cast pan to boil stuff, to like plant food that I find. So if I found food on the way, I can supply my bugout bag with that. So food is one of the lower priorities in the bugout bag, is what I mean. But there are certain moments that you perhaps need extra food, and that's why I have the bugout food bag. So this is just, like I said, a bag with extra food, just in case there are scenarios that you do not plan for, that you know I need some extra food. Perhaps of a war, perhaps of a drought, perhaps of it's during winter where there is no plant food and animals are scarce or went literally to the south, especially with the birds. So yeah, there are times during the year, winter, autumn, that there is less food. So then you need an extra food, or there you got some visit family, or your home situation has changed, you got more people with you and you have to bug out, then you perhaps need more food because you cannot find enough food for your bug out group on the bugout. So that is what I mean, that you need your food bag for that. And also, if the bugout will take longer than expected. For example, during a war, a disaster, you could get information that certain bridges are down, certain areas are off limit because it's too dangerous because of criminals, hostile situations, soldiers, military, whatever, or a tunnel has collapsed, or there is no gas in the gas station, so it will even take longer to get somewhere, so you need more food. So that is the things that you perhaps need an extra bag food. So I don't say you don't have to take food in your bugout bag, but I say keep it for a week of food inside of your bugout bag, and for any longer you can take this, because this bag will get empty the longer the route will take. And I don't say you have to take 20 kilograms of food. This is about 5 kilograms of food, but with food that is long lasting, high in caloric density. And I will show you, actually I will show you what I will put in my food bag. I'm gonna put the camera a little bit looser. So, first thing is get a bag that is sturdy and handy. So this should not be a special bag. This is just an old canvas ammo bag, so to say. So it's just some sling around you, or somebody or one of your kids can carry it or whatever. But the point also is, the more this get empty, the more you can fill it with food that you find on your way. So that's why it should not be the most cleanest, and not I mean a bag that is allowed to get dirty. Because if I hunted some birds or some small game, I can put it inside of this, whether it's bloody, full of dirt or whatever, and prepare it later on. If I found food during some plant food during the bugout, and I got some empty slots in here, I can just open it up, put it in, and close it off again. So that's also a handy thing, because when this is empty, you can fill it up again with whatever you find. So that's a little bit more difficult if you only have one of these bugout bags with you. I always keep a mesh net inside of my bugout bag, so I can use it as an improvised one, but an extra bag never hurts. So you can choose whatever you want to put inside this, but in my opinion, it should be something that can withstand a lot of heat and cold. It should be something that can be protected against rodents if you're going to sleep in a shelter, against insects, and it should also be something that is high in caloric density. And you can put some things inside of it for some minerals or excuse me, and some vitamins. So what do we have here? We have oatmeal, we have oatmeal, we have oatmeal, and we have oatmeal. So this is 2 kilograms of oatmeal. And why do I say oatmeal? Because I'm now of the opinion, I used to be, wait, perhaps I can better show it to you. I used to be carrying always, I have a few of these in my normal bugout bag. I also have 3 of these rations. I talked about these in a lot in the previous videos. So these are like, because these were other kind of caloric, these are 2,400 calories a bit. And they contain all the nutrients that you need, like minerals, vitamins, and all that kind of stuff. So this is already more as a backup, so to say. So I would say don't consume this in the beginning. This should be more for later on when your fresh food is running out. There are also these 2 more smaller packets of each 500 kilograms. One with peanut butter and one with extra vitamins. So that's also, so these are 5 packets with all the nutrients just in a backup. Because first of all, we're going to eat the oatmeal. And oatmeal can be, if you can make them into those oat cakes. I made a video on how to make them. That is some lard, not really lard, but it's like beef tallow, also it's called in Dutch. So this is a block of 500 grams. So this is a solid chunk of fat. That is pure fat. And if you have some cooking utensils like an iron cast pan or a pot, you can mix them, the tallow, with the oatmeal, and you create oat cakes. And these are very good sources of not only calories but also nutrients that you will need during certain situations. You can mix some spices. Very important to keep some spices inside of your bag, because excuse me, because yeah, if you catch some small game, birds, or even gather wild plants and you boil them, they will need some flavoring, so to say. So that's why you always need some spices or herbs in your bugout food bag. So yeah, and this is a package of potato flakes. So I can not only make potato, what's the English word for it? Like mashed potatoes, but if you mix it with water and cook it or boil it, but you can mix the potato flakes with the oatmeal and bake them together with the with beef tallow. So these are some, with these you can make a lot of meals, so to say. And that is actually more meals that you can pack with even a whole bag of these, in my opinion. And it's more like something that everyone can eat. So that's also very handy. Yeah, another bag of potato flakes. So yeah, you see a pattern here. You keep something as a backup, but you need some fresher food that you can cook on the way. I've now a very good solo stove that I can keep in my bugout bag. So cooking with only a handful of wood is now possible. So that is the reason why I have a lot of oatmeal in my bugout bag. And of course, a jar of peanut butter for quick energy, together with how do you call this in English? Jawbreakers. So that is more like candy that is not. We all know if you have a bag of candy, you can eat a whole bag in just one sitting. But these are full of sugar, and the thing is, you need to suck on them very slow. So these are not candy that you can just eat all the way. So this can not only be good for calories and sugar energy, but also for morale, trading, or as a sort of making a bond with somebody if you want to give a service to each other for something. So it's always handy to have one of these. And yeah, peanut butter for quick energy. So that is what's inside of the bugout food bag. And yeah, I would say leave in the comments your idea for what you would put in your food bugout bag if you have the utensils with you in your bugout bag. I'm not talking about the bugout bag for 72 hours that you only need a few of these. I'm talking about more of a unexpected long term, because that is why the food bag is there for. So yeah, leave it in the comments if you have any other ideas, perhaps that I can change some things, get some new ideas. Always eager to learn. And yeah, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!